Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a question that completely stretches the limits of human imagination. What are we going to look like? Not 100, not 1,000, but a full million years from now. When you're talking about an unfathomable timeline like that, the biological and technological evolution of our species is bound to be absolutely mind-bending. A million years. Honestly, it's a time frame that challenges everything we fundamentally know about ourselves today.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, 1 million years from now.
To really wrap our heads around this, we first have to grasp the sheer, unstoppable power of continuous evolution. Because, evolution never sleeps. Every changing environment, every shifting technology, it all slowly but surely changes a species. So just imagine waking up 1 million years in the future. You open your eyes. What would you actually see? Well, the very first thing you'd probably notice is that the future humans looking back at you don't look anything like us. You'd literally be staring at an unrecognizable world. To truly understand the sheer scale of this physical transformation, let's map out the timeline of our descendants. We start with us right now in the present day, facing continuous evolution, and we move forward through thousands upon thousands of generations. During this vast expanse of time, humanity is going to experience entirely new evolutionary pressures based on exactly where and how they live. A million years later, the result isn't just some minor cosmetic shift. We're talking about a fundamental, root-level biological leap into the unrecognizable. Which brings us to Section 2, the changing human body. So, what triggers this drastic biological shift in the first place? Well, for much of human history, our survival has relied pretty heavily on physical strength. But as advancing technology makes brute force kind of obsolete, our future counterparts will likely rely almost entirely on problem-solving and raw brain power. Because of this massive shift in priorities, scientists actually believe future humans might become taller and drastically more intelligent. Brain power literally becomes our ultimate evolutionary currency.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how spreading across the cosmos will physically mold our anatomy. Like, if humanity moves into giant permanent space stations, the lower light levels could cause our eyes to evolve over time, becoming significantly larger just to capture more ambient light. And what if we settle on distant planets, like Mars? Our skin and facial features would alter completely to adapt to those unique planetary conditions. The habitats we build will quite literally redesign our physical form.
All right, moving on to Section 3, redesigning ourselves with technology.
Here's where the story rapidly accelerates, because in a million years, we might not even rely entirely on natural evolution anymore. Through advanced genetic engineering, which is the artificial, deliberate redesign of human biology, we're going to seize control of our own genetic destiny. Just imagine a world where terrible genetic diseases are totally eliminated before a person is even born. And it doesn't stop at just curing illnesses, right? We're talking about enhancing memory, skyrocketing intelligence, and boosting physical abilities far, far beyond any natural human limits. And the capabilities get even more godlike. A lot of prominent scientists believe future humans will actually physically merge with artificial intelligence. We could see a civilization where thoughts are shared instantly from mind to mind across vast distances, where knowledge is downloaded directly right into your brain. And perhaps most incredibly, the complete eradication of aging. Just think about that for a second. Aging would simply no longer be a problem. We'd conquer our own biological clocks. But at that point, would we still be human, or would we become something entirely new? Take a second to just let that philosophical dilemma really sink in. When you have no disease, no aging, an AI-merged brain, and a fully engineered biology, where exactly does the human end and the new species begin?
This brings us to Section 4, multiple branches of humanity.
And this brilliantly illustrates perhaps the most awe-inspiring possibility. What happens when our species doesn't just take one single path? Humanity will likely fracture into isolated groups over deep time. One group of humans might choose to just remain right here on Earth. Another distinct group could adapt entirely to life on Mars, and yet another might commit to living permanently in a vastness of deep space. These separate groups would be physically isolated from one another for millennia.
Now, evolving separately for thousands upon thousands of generations changes absolutely everything. After enough time, these isolated groups might become as different from each other as humans are from our ancient primate ancestors today. The deep space inhabitants and the Mars inhabitants wouldn't just be humans from different locations. They'd be entirely distinct, separate species. It's literally speciation on a cosmic scale.
Finally, Section 5,
our ultimate human legacy.
Let's see how this all builds together. What does this immense, seemingly unimaginable evolutionary journey actually mean for you and me sitting here today? Well, think about how we look back at the very first humans who walked the earth. We view them with total fascination, right? Seeing them as our primitive dawn, the brave spark that started the whole shebang. Well, 1 million years from now, our unimaginably advanced, technologically god-like descendants will look back at us in the exact same way. To them, we are the ancient ancestors. We are the beginning.
Ultimately, the core takeaway of this incredible timeline is this. The future of humanity isn't just about survival. It isn't merely about outlasting the next disaster or clinging to what we are right now. It is about a beautiful, terrifying, and completely inevitable transformation. Our species is, at its core, a work in progress.
So, the crucial point is, one day, the humans of the future will be almost completely unrecognizable, but they'll still carry the legacy of the people watching this explainer today. Every discovery we make, every technological leap, every challenge we overcome, it all echoes into that million-year future. We are the vital bridge to that incredible unknown. Thank you so much for exploring this mind-bending future with me.